face, I have been to an I have been here. This must have been where I was, so I found this huge cave. I think this is the cave right here. There's this one Somersloop that I just couldn't get. Speaking of, yeah, I could not for the life of me determine where that thing actually was. The readings would indicate that it's up here somewhere, but still in the cave. I think I can even hear it. Where am I? Can't even tell. I seem to be on some kind of a ledge somewhere. Ah, wait. Yeah. There it is. Why on earth is there debris from a wreck here? I have no idea. But this is where this is where I had to like build my way out of this place. Depending, I may have to do that again. If I remember this correctly, there really aren't any more Somersloops in this vicinity. But I got one that I've been meaning to snatch, and I tried climbing up here to get like a better vantage point or something, and I couldn't find it. It was tucked away, hidden in this little pocket in the cave. So the fact that it was hard to get to was enough not to, it was challenging enough not to need any, well, enemies for me to fight up there. The only thing I had to face was radiation. Whatever that thing is. Ah, surface, sweet surface. past this the SAM node. Which is right up ahead there. I was pretty cheesed off because I couldn't get the Somersloop. I suppose I've got enough now. Or even if I don't, I don't know. I mean, this whole thing with the Somersloops came up because of how much power I'm using with the particle accelerator and how long I have to use that power. I wasn't expecting it to be a whole 200 seconds. Or sorry, not 200 seconds, 200 minutes. Where am I? Ah, wait. I know this place too. It's where that nitrogen node is. Well, I should be able to find my way from there to Spiral Lake and then take the hypertube the rest of the way. Yeah, this looks familiar. So I didn't stray that far away. But I may or may not have found, like, the last corner of the map. Place I was meaning to find, and I just happened to get the opportunity to go there. Well, I've got some hard drives to scan. So I figure I'll go back to Hub Central and scan them, and then see if see what's finished, if anything. Okay, I just got the one hard drive, so I'm gonna start scanning it. And put these away. I never really had much use for them. I mean, shooting is a little bit more effective than gassing. Especially since I'm not exactly sure, but I don't know whether any hostiles are immune to gas or not. And I have 126 turbo motors. And 102 more adaptive control units. Or he's called again. I can never remember. I just know them as ACUs. Adaptive control units. And 2 of them for every one supercomputer. Oh, about 20-something% of the way there. As for this, well, I might have overdone on the automated wiring. Oh wait, maybe not. Yeah, I've got like 23. No, these are 2 at a time. 46 more of these, but 23 heavy modular frames. The end for the adaptive control units is in sight. But the thermal propulsion rockets, they take a lot of cooling systems. It's not just the modular engines and the turbo motors, which have got the requirements fulfilled there. Let me see, I need 126 fused modular frames. Let me just double check that. Yeah, and triple that number. Yeah, 378 cooling systems. Do I have 378 cooling systems, I wonder? I mean, if I don't, I'm gonna have to go grab more copper, what do you call that stuff? Like, alclad copper sheeting? So let me go over and check if I have 378 cooling systems. And then, well, I guess the real, what do you call it? Longest pole in the tent or something like that would be the nuclear, whatever that cartwheel-shaped pasta is. Maybe I'm just making nuclear linguine. I thought so. It's only 324. So I'm gonna go grab some all-clad sheeting and reload this. And I don't know, maybe by the time that's finished, well, I'll have all the adaptive control units that I need. Okay, let's see what recipes I have here. Fused uranium, stellar, cheap silica. Well, I think I got both of those. Rubber concrete and classic battery. You know, I might as well take this battery because the original battery recipe required liquid sulfuric acid. This just requires sulfur. No liquids at all. So if I ever want to make a battery, alright, so I'm almost finished with these adaptive control units. I've got like 15 more, which it looks like I'll be finished in like a little under 10 minutes. Now with that in mind, I'd like to see how much nuclear pasta I've made. Unfortunately, the power grid didn't go down, so the process has been running continuously. You know, if I can afford the power to, I might actually overclock some of this stuff, like the manufacturer's assemblers. "46 out of 100. I'm not quite halfway done yet. I wonder if I should even be this close to this thing. Probably just give me the willies. Well, the animation doesn't exactly sync up with one of these nuclear pastas being produced, does it? I mean, there's someone come out of the assembly when it was in the middle of. Well, I suppose you can't have everything. House number 47. Alright. Let's go back. So you know what I said about that, another alien-powered augmenter? Well, I think I ought to put one down, at least around here. Or somewhere in the vicinity where there's a free, a free connection to the grid, the main grid here. Now this might be the place. Yeah, I think this is this area right here. I grabbed some SAM fluctuators. And just want to make sure I can put it as close as I can to there. Yeah. I want to be as close as I can make it to this this high tension power line. See if my little theory was correct. How's this doing? Oh, interesting. I might have been right about all that. I mean, the circuit boost here is 427. Before it was 376. And this is both of those together. So with that in mind, should have, I see, 35, and then up to 3600, minus 5120 minus 3600 is 1520. Yeah, that is why I wanted all those Somersloops. I mean, yeah, I had to take a couple of them out of assemblers that I wasn't really using anymore. Speaking of said, so every time I check this thing, I do say I watched pot never boils, so what I'm going to do now is go to, I'm going to see if I've got enough cooling systems. I needed 378 of them. I'm going to see if I have that many. And if I do, well, as soon as that manufacturer is finished making adaptive control units, I'm going to get it started on thermal propulsion units. Maybe I ought to add some power shards. The problem doing that is, well, power. Got about 1500 megawatts. If I can, to add to a production amplified manufacturer, that quadruples the power requirement, so it takes 220 megawatts already. And I'm a bit skittish about it. Not sure what the exponential function is. Yeah, here we go, 396. That's good. This doesn't have very long to go at all. So let me see. Got about 1,500 megawatts to play around with. And I'll just take these over. It's these updated power requirements don't really kick in until the next time I got it. The next, I guess you could say, assembly procedure, something like that. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Okay, that's 376. So what does another one do? Estimating about 500 or 600, maybe 700. I wonder if that change is immediately reflected. The problem is it's too hard to tell. The only thing I can do is check the maximum consumption, like if everything was on. But it's only 2/3 of the time, and now it's only going to be 1/2 the time. Let me see here. 550 megawatts. Okay, that's 2.5 times. It takes like, and the last one, well, to be honest, I'm not really sure. I think it's like 3 or 4 times, but even if that's the case, that would be 880 megawatts. So what about this? I'm going to put in power shards here. 2.5 times 60 is 150. But if I were to do this, if I were to go whole hog here, crank it all the way up. Instead of taking 80 seconds, it would take... I'm not really sure. It's only a few more seconds to wait for this after all. Okay, 201. It only takes 32 seconds. But it looks like this one is finally finished. Let me take out all these modular engines. I keep getting these mixed up. There. Switch out the formula for my thermal propulsion rockets. Here they are. Okay, so they need 5 modular engines, 2 turbo motors, 6 cooling systems, and 2 fused modular frames. I think the turbo motors are still in here. Yeah, and the fused modular frames. Okay, so the turbo motors are going to be the limiting factor here, the thing that stops production. Everything else I'm going to have too much of. So those are the modular engines, the cooling systems, the fused modular frames, and the turbo motors. was 201. That was how many times the power requirement for the assembler? That was, I'm going to be generous and say 4 times, even though it totally wasn't. So I'm going to crank this up to maximum. Now, I wouldn't dare do this with the particle accelerator. The requirements for it power-wise are just too steep. Alright, instead of taking... so it should take less than 250 minutes. 250 minutes is 4 hours, though. Oh, wait, sorry. Okay, since it's producing this 5 at a time, it'll only take 50 minutes. Okay, let's not keep ourselves in suspense here. $738. Okay, that's less than I expected. That's good. So it looks as though everything's coming along pretty fine. The assembler here is producing assembly director systems. It's got 158 of them. No, make that 160. There go 2 more. 500 minus 160, 340. If I only had a calculator, I can calculate exactly how. It takes 3.75 minutes. Well, it takes 32 seconds to make 1. Or no, it takes 32 seconds to make 2. So 170 times 32. 170 times 32 is 340 times 16 is 680 times 8. Round that up to 700 times 8 is 5,600 seconds. Which is between 1 and 2 hours. Now that's for over here. Now over here, let's take this from the top, shall we? 100. It'll have to go through this 63 times. Now it's 48 times 63. It's 189 times 16. Round that up to 200. 200 times 16 is 3,200. Okay, that's less than an hour. And yeah, I'm still doing that in seconds. As for the nuclear nuclear pen pasta, oh, that's. It takes 2 minutes to make like one of them, so 100 minutes, which is again between 1 and 2 hours. What am I supposed to do there?